Hello, my name's Louise and I'm an infant sleep coach here on The Hub. So today I just wanted to chat a little bit about how much sleep your baby should be getting, because I know that as a parent this can be quite a big anxiety for lots of us, especially when we read reports and blogs around how if our babies aren't having enough sleep, then this could impact on their development. It's quite scary when we read things like that. So I think it's important to kind of go back to research, look at data and see what the facts are. Now, first of all, so let me reassure you that no study has found any correlation between broken sleep and babies not meeting their developmental potential in those first few years of life. Those studies that highlight the importance of sleep for children are studies typically done on school-age children. They're not done on babies. And we know that fragmented sleep is really normal in babies and infants. It's protective and it's more common than not. So first of all, let me reassure you that if your baby is waking lots at night, it's really unlikely to be having any negative impact on their development. I think worst case scenario is that you'll have a bit of a grouchy baby on your hands, but that's as bad as it's going to get. So please let that put your mind at rest. Same goes for naps. I know there's sort of people out there who will be saying that you need to get your baby to do this big long sort of 2-hour nap in the middle of the day, and if you don't then you'll be doomed and your night will be doomed. However lovely that might be, and some babies do it, if your baby really struggles to have that consolidated nap in the middle of the day, please don't worry. Again, there's no study that shows any correlation really between babies that have that long middle of the day nap and how their night goes. If your baby just has 3 naps in the day, then that would be fine compared to a nap in the morning and a longer nap in the afternoon. Just having 3 shorter naps would be absolutely fine. So hopefully that reassures you as well. But at the same time, I know as a parent it's useful to have some sort of rough figures to know what's normal. When we look at research in terms of how much sleep babies should be getting, there's actually limited data. There's nothing out there that conclusively shows how many naps babies should be getting at any particular age, how much daytime sleep versus how much nighttime sleep. All we've got really is how much sleep children at different ages should be getting over the course of 24 hours. So what I'll do is I'll talk you through that data, and from there we'll kind of look a little bit at naps. So this data that I'm going to share with you is taken from Lindsay Hookway's book, Holistic Sleep Coaching, and she breaks it down quite nicely, so I thought this would be a nice one to share. So at 0 to 3 months, we'd be looking over 24 hours at somewhere between 14 and 17 hours of sleep in total. At 3 to 6 months, we'd be looking at something between 13 and 15 hours of sleep. At 6 to 9 months, something between 12 and 14 hours of sleep. And then at 9 to 16 months, somewhere between 11 and 14 hours of sleep in total. I think the thing that's immediately obvious there is that, especially in that sort of second 6 months of life, babies really aren't often getting a whole 12 hours of sleep at night, plus a couple of hours of nap time. What I find in practice is that at night time, most babies have sort of somewhere between sort of 10 and 11 hours in total at night time, sort of, in that sort of 6 to 12 month age range, and a bit less in the first 6 months. Probably somewhere around sort of 9 or 10 hours in the first, in that 3 to 6 month period. So yeah, don't worry if your baby's not getting that big 12-hour stretch. That's not very normal. More normal at night time is somewhere between 10 and 11 hours of sleep. And again, that's not likely to be consolidated. There's likely to be sort of wake-ups in the middle of that. Definitely more recent research has pointed towards the increased variability between children as well as adults. We're all different, and you could have 2 pretty similar age babies with a bigger difference of a couple of hours of difference in how much sleep they need over 24 hours, and that would be fine. I think the biggest thing to do is be guided by your baby. If your baby is having sort of 9 or 10 hours of sleep at night and a few hours in the day, and if they're generally kind of happy and laid back and okay with that, then that's absolutely fine. As a parent, you can't squeeze any more sleep out of your child than they've got in them, can we? That's not possible. So carry on. If on the other hand you feel like your baby's often tired and they might wake up tired almost and be sort of difficult, impatient, and finding it hard to concentrate a lot during the day, then maybe they might need an extra sort of half hour over the course of 24 hours, and there might be some things we can do just to encourage that. But yeah, I think as a parent, take the pressure off yourself. All you can do, especially certainly during the day for naps, all you can do is kind of give the opportunity for sleep, isn't it? And if your baby's sleep pressure is high enough, that they'll fall asleep in the right circumstances if they've got that sort of comfortable environment. If they take it, great. If they don't, that's okay. Maybe their sleep pressure just wasn't quite high enough, and you try again another time, sort of half an hour or so. But yeah. So I hope that helps in terms of knowing how much sleep your baby should be getting. Like I said, be guided by their mood and their temperament over 24 hours. Look at that rather than listening to friends and family about what they think your baby should be doing. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Okay, take care. Bye.